Okay, my lovelies, just beginning relaxing on your mat. Have a moment just to check in with how you're feeling energetically and observe your practice today in that respect. So if you're feeling a little bit low and depleted, just rein it all back a bit. Conserve your energy. And that is observing asteya, which is non-stealing, satya and ahimsa, which is your truth and non-harm as well. So just come to your breath. Yoga is very much about our breath and our connection to breath as we move, feeling the flow inwards and outwards. Just enjoying that movement and expansion of your rib cage as you breathe. Enjoy following how the belly rises and falls back to the spine on the exhale. Notice the temperature around your nostrils, the whole journey of the breath as you breathe in through the nose all the way down to the belly. And if you need to avoid some poses today or adjust them, come out of them completely, this is what I'd like you to do. Have a moment just scanning from the crown down to the root chakra. So just glancing at crown, at your third eye, at your throat, your heart center, your solar plexus above your navel, your sacral below the navel, and then your root. Send your energies down through the roots. Okay, we're going to start stretching. So when you're ready, let's take the right arm up and over. Let the hand fall to the floor behind you, or if it can't come to the floor, let it rest on a bolster behind you if it's easier on the shoulder. Toes lifted, foot flexed, and a lovely stretch here. If you need to bend your other legs because of knees, hips, or whatever, please just alter this position. And then point your toes, have a little stretch over the top of the leg. And then when you're ready, relax the arm down. Palms up for a moment. Just soften through the back and buttocks. And then left side, inhale, arm over. Foot flexed. And a nice stretch, feeling it in the calf muscle. Stretch the fingers. Point your toes now. And then when you're ready, arm can float down to the side of your body. And then take the arms up and over again, both arms. And a really lovely full body stretch here, flexing, then pointing your toes alternately. And when you're ready, take the arms down, palms up. Just let's drop the head to the right hand side. And then take the head over to the other side, left. Come back to centre. And then imagining that your nose is a centre point, start to turn your head in some spirals and start to spiral your head outwards to your outer circle. And then as you get to the outer circle, start to spiral your head inwards. Nice gentle movement here. Coming back to centre. And then just tilt the head to the right again, noticing if it feels a little bit more freed up. And then left. Coming back to centre. Tilt the chin into the chest. And then just take the chin up to the ceiling. And then come back to centre. We'll shrug our shoulders up and then down a few times. Feeling that movement of your shoulder blades on the mat. And then take your arms up into the air. The palms can face each other. And then just make some circles in opposite directions with your arms. And just feel the movement of the shoulder blades on the mat. So moving the whole arms. And then rotate in the other direction. If you're not sure, have a little look at what I'm doing. And then come to a nice stillness. We can drop the fingers onto the shoulders and rotate. Warm up our shoulders. And then the other way a few times. Just like we do when we're seated, but we're doing it lying down. Okay. And then relaxing. Take the fingers up into the air. If you need to bend your knees here, you can bend your knees and bring the feet to the mat. And then stretch the fingers, stretch like you're making fists and thumbs in, thumbs out. And then rotating at your wrists. A few times each way, just warming up these joints. Okay, rest the arms down to the mat. Take your right leg up into the air. And just hold your hands around your thigh. And then we can just wiggle our toes on the right foot. And then flex and point your foot. And then rotate at your ankle. And then just see if you can stretch the leg a little bit straighter. It doesn't have to be completely straight, but just feel that hamstring stretch and perhaps in the calf muscle as well. Okay, bring the foot over to the left leg, so resting it on around the left knee, and then hug your left leg towards your body, hands around your thigh, a little nice glute stretch here. This is nice for sciatica and can be quite relieving as long as it's not too painful at the moment. Okay, and release. And then other side, so you can have your right leg bent, foot on the mat, take your left leg up into the air. We'll do the same. Hands round your thigh, and then just open and close the toes. And then point and flex. All the warm-ups that we're usually familiar with, but just doing it a different way round. Rotate the ankle. And the other way a few times. And then just see if you can start to sort of straighten the leg a little. Just feel a little bit of a stretch here. Okay, foot over to the right knee and hug the right thigh towards you. Only if that feels right. Try to relax if you're feeling tense in your muscles. Okay, and release. Bring your knees into the chest and bring your feet together. Put your hands on your knees. We're going to do some hip circles. So extend your arms so that your knees come away from you. Bring them out to the side and then round. And just start making circles. So your feet are still touching and you're making circles, rocking on your pelvis. If you're not sure, look at what I'm doing. My knees go out to the side, and so you're making circles, and then you can go in the other way a bit, a few times.
Oh, creaky floorboard.
You have.
I wasn't that nasty.
I'd be worried. Okay, come to a stillness. Take the legs up in the air and we'll just do a little cycle. Feeling how your knees feel today. And then just relax back, knees to chest. And then bring the feet to the mat. Arms can come out level with your shoulders and just sway the knees from side to side gently. So just swaying, just gently. We're still warming up, nothing intense here. It's nice for the spine. And then coming back to centre. Bring the knees into chest. Have a little rock. And then we'll come up to seated. Just join me in butterfly. Have a little stretch through the hips here. It's quite a nice restful way to warm everything up. Take a few breaths into the belly. Okay, lovely. Right, okay, we're going to come on to hands and knees for cat-cow. We're going to do the little sequence that we did last week, because I quite like that one at the moment. And then if you just do the forward and backwards and then go into circle ones. So, okay, so we're in position neutral spine. When we exhale, just start to arch the back up into position 2. Position 3, just drop the belly into cow. Pause here a moment. This might be the first time that you've come into this gentle back bend, so just noticing how that feels in the lumbar spine especially. Position 4, 4. Draw your right knee towards your nose. Your back will start to arch up. And then position 5, extend your right leg behind you. Your belly drops and your head lifts. Position 6, bring the knee down, and then also bring your left knee to your nose. And then 7, take your leg back. Nice long stretch. 8, bring the knee down, but also arch the back up. 9, drop the belly into cow. And 10, come back to a neutral spine. It's nice that. Let's do it again. Okay. Position 1, neutral spine. Exhale, arching up to 2. Belly drops to 3. Right knee to nose, 4. Right leg back, 5. Right knee down, 6, and left knee to nose. 7, extend left leg back. 8, knee down, arch up. 9, belly drops. And 10, neutral spine. I really like that one. It's a nice way of making cat-cow a bit more interesting, isn't it? And extending the legs. So good. Glad you like that one. Let's do the kneeling sun salutation. Hands to heart. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Little back bend. Kneeling back. Onto all fours. Opposite arm and leg. Doesn't matter which. Other side. Just notice your balance. Push the top of the foot into the mat. And down. Kneeling back. Lifting up. And salute the sun. Okay, lovely. And now we can come to standing. It's a nice way of doing some yoga on the way up, isn't it, really? Okay, lovelies. Right, let's just come into a nice swan dive. So take your feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale forwards. Bend your knees if you need to. Especially if your back is a little bit tender, really generously bend your knees into almost like a squatting sort of position if you need to. Relax your neck, let your head be heavy, let the arms dangle. Notice as you take this pose whether you can gently start straightening your legs a little. And then inhale, roll up. Stacking the vertebrae one at a time, being very kind of internally visual of those little blocks going on top of each other. Okay, let's take the arms up again. We're going to lean to the side. Inhale and then exhale. Doesn't matter which side, we're going to do both. Come up, other side. Okay, and a nice swan dive, deep inhale. Exhale. And notice if this time coming down feels a little bit easier. Take some very deep breaths here. And then as we exhale, we'll roll up. Okay, lovely. Tree pose. It's good to keep on top of how your balance feels this week. So you can come onto the wood if you want to. Right leg's grounded, left leg's going to come up wherever you want it to today. Toes to mat, foot to the side of the calf, hands to heart. Notice if when you come into this pose you feel tight in your belly, and see if you can just relax the breath. Don't worry if you feel wobbly. I feel quite wobbly today. Need a lot of adjustment in the foot. Lift the posture a little if you feel a bit slouched. Okay, and release. All right, other side. Just explore. Doesn't have to be perfect today, just see how it goes. Notice how it feels if you were to stand next to something and just hold the wall or hold the post. How does that feel? If you just got a couple of fingers or even the little finger just touching the wall, does that make you feel safer? It does, doesn't it? Instantly. Okay. And then just see if you can take the hand away. And then maybe, if you need to, put the hands back. So it's amazing how the mind can feel safe by a finger just being on the wall. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that again. So if you do want to take the wall, we're going to do the right side and the left side again. So if you just need to have a finger, and then just bring that left foot up. You can bring the hand to centre if you want to. It just makes you feel safe. Okay, you might be able to take the hand away. And release, love the side. Let's have a little explore. Okay. And just maybe wherever. There's always one side that's always a little bit more challenging, I find. And just... it's confidence sometimes. Okay, lovely. Release. I think you all felt a little bit safer knowing that you could touch the wall if you wanted to. You didn't have to. And you could take your hand off or on again, which is fine. All right, I'd like to do an earth sequence because I think this will be good for our backs. It's gentle on our knees, but it's still a lovely gentle stretch for heart as well. It's lovely because of the arms we're moving. Okay, diamond shape. I'm not going to talk because we know this, and if you don't know, just watch. Allow it to be meditative for you. If you want to close your eyes for some of it, if that feels safe, you can. Feel like you've got really strong tree roots growing through your feet. Follow your breath. Over to the other side. Left leg in front, right leg behind. Notice the weight from one leg to the other. Pause here in the forward fold if you wish. Lovely. It's nice, isn't it? I like doing it quietly. I feel like it's a nice energy today to do it quietly. Do you find that your mind wanders more when I'm not talking, or do you actually enjoy the sequence and think more about how you feel the body?
You're breathing.
You're more connected, yeah. That's good, because sometimes when I stop talking, there is a tendency to start thinking about what you need for dinner and shopping lists and things, which is not the ideal. But if you can kind of think, oh, I'm following the breath, or thinking about the weight backwards and forwards, that's where we want to be. So, all right, loves, have a lie down. Enjoy how that sequence makes you feel. I think it's one of my favourites. It's just so peaceful and gentle on the body. Very grounding. So as you lie here, notice how your back feels, if there's any slight improvement. Whether it just feels a bit sort of spacious somewhere, that something's just freed up from being so tight. Let your eyelids close and take some conscious breaths down to your belly, inflating it like a balloon, and then really feeling the belly fall back to the spine as you exhale. And notice if your body just relaxes that little bit more against the mat. Okay, draw the knees in. One at a time, have a little rock. Roll in some circles. And the other way a few times. Okay, so bring the feet back to the mat. We'll do bridge and then a twist where we bring the legs over and just pause there and just really let ourselves settle into this. Okay, so we'll start with bridge. Palms face down, feet to buttocks, hip distance apart, gentle engagement in lower abdominals and pelvic diaphragm. And then when you're ready, nice inhale, push up through the heels. You don't have to come up high if you don't want to be high up today. Just pause for a moment. And then just start to lower down on your next out breath. Curling the tailbone under forward until you roll everything out. This is a lovely way of being conscious of all your vertebrae. So breathe in, push up. Maybe take a pause at the top. And then when you're ready to exhale, Roll down, still feeling that squeeze in the buttocks and around the thighs. And only once you've relaxed everything out, do you notice the relaxation in the body. Coming up again. Feel the lovely stretch over the knees. Feeling perhaps some of the lower back muscles firing up a little. Lower down on the exhale. Each vertebrae kissing the mat. And last one. It's nice, isn't it? Okay, your thoracic vertebrae comes down. And then your lumbar. Then the sacrum and tailbone. Roll that out. Take your legs down into Shavasana. Feel the very gentle warmth in your thighs, around the buttocks, around the pelvis. You can feel where your energy's moved. Nice gentle movement. It's loving yourself when you do things like this. Paying attention, listening to the internal dialogue and the messages that are coming back to you. Because most of the day we're so unconscious of conscious thought. Okay, draw knees in. Right one, left one. And we'll come into a twist because this is good for the spine, but obviously just listening to how far you can go today. Bring the feet back down to the mat, arms out level. And with a nice deep breath in, we're going to roll the legs over to the side. If you've got your blanket or perhaps even your moon cushion, bring them over so you can rest your knees on them. So you see what I'm doing? I'm making a nice little rest for my knees to come over to the right. Use as much padding as you want to. You might want the bolster there. But I just want you to use the props so you can rest your knees and not have to feel too engaged in your muscles. You can just allow the stretch to sort of relax into it. And you'll probably feel that your left shoulder is still on the mat with the support and the padding. Can you feel a bit more relaxed? Notice if your buttocks are tight and the thighs, and just see if you can tell your body to let go a little bit. Let the stretch gradually develop. Okay, breathe in. Come back up. If you want to, move it all over to the other side. I know it's a little bit of movement, but it's quite nice to feel this support. And then when you're ready, just let your knees go over to the left. Allowing as much support there as you wish. You might find that you can pull the blanket away and just use the moon cushion, or you want both. Are you tense in the pelvis area, the buttocks, thighs? See where you can soften. Try and relax through the rest of your back as well. It is really quite incredible how much tension you can hold in even the most supported of poses. See if your ankles feel tense and the feet. Okay, one more breath. Come back up. Just come into Shavasana. You can move the props to the side. And now you can feel that lovely juiciness in the middle part of your back, middle and lower part. Perhaps there's a nice little stretch curling round to the side of your body as well. It's lovely to have the moments afterwards to really identify the after effects of your poses. All right, draw knees in. So we'll come up to seated. Let's play with our straps. So grab your straps. Right, first of all, just leave the strap to the side and we'll do one pose with and one without and then one with, and just see the difference in how our body feels. So legs out in front of us, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, take the arms up, this extends through our spine, and then just tilt forward and see where you come to. If you can bring your feet flexed, it's going to be a comparable position. Now, you might not find that you come forward very much at all. Try to relax around your knees and the tops of your thighs. Okay, take a breath, lift up, and now grab your straps. Let's pop it round our feet. And so the use of the strap just helps you with your pose. So a lovely tall spine. And then just bring yourself towards your feet gently and just see if it feels like it helps a little. You don't have to have it in a circle. You could literally just pop the strap round and hold each side and just...
I like that.
It's nice, isn't it? It's just the ability to just draw the body forward. Try to keep a nice sort of flat back, but can you feel that a little bit more in the backs of your legs? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be intense. You can just explore.
It's made all my left side pain go.
Oh, good.
Oh, I can't believe it.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Is it like this at home?
Dressing gown cord would be perfect.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting how you simply do something? So the way you're sitting, something has released and it's not pressing on a nerve anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, release. Keep the strap round the right foot and then bring your left foot into the top of the thigh. And so let the strap come to the side again. We'll do it without the strap and then with. So inhale, arms up, and then tilting forwards. And just see how your body naturally would come into this pose. Keep this as a point of reference. Try and relax your knee in the top of your thigh. Sometimes you can feel tense there. Okay, breathe in, come up. You've got your strap round your foot, doesn't have to be in a loop, just literally holding it. So nice tall spine, and then just draw the body a little bit further towards you. And you will feel a little bit of a deeper stretch in the leg, but it doesn't have to be painful. Try and keep a length into the back. Try not to collapse the spine like this. Have a nice tall length. Right, notice your breath, belly breaths. Okay, come up. Just extend your feet, swap your feet over. And we'll do the same on the other side. So once without, and then we'll use the strap. Okay, so lovely tall spines, like you have a ruler down your back. Come forward. Relax your right leg that you have bent. Close your eyes just for a moment. Just take a few breaths, relax and notice the feel. Okay, breathe in, lift up. And then let's use the strap. So nice tall spines again. And then forward fold. Again, just close the eyes, try to relax. Notice whatever you feel. Everyone will feel perhaps slightly differently. Okay, lifting up. Just stretch your legs out in front of you for a moment. Give them a little wiggle if you want to. And another thing that's quite nice to use with the straps is to work the arms. So you can hold the hands here and take the arms up and see how far back you can get. This nice stretch through the inner arms here. Can you feel that? Yeah. Okay. And just relax down again. And actually, if you unlink them, that was the next thing I was going to do, Joan. Unlink them so they're just a long strap, and then go over the head. Need to hold on to your links so that it's not so noisy. So this is quite a nice movement for the shoulder. How's that on you, Terry? Is it? Yep. Yep, don't go any further. But it's a nice just way to explore the amount of rotation movement you have with your arms. Okay, lovely. Relax. Arms will work out. Yeah, that's it. How are we doing for time? Okay. So we've done a couple of seated forward poses. If you would like to come into your bolsters with, the butterfly that you like, come into that, because then we're going to do some gentle back bends on our belly. But if you want to just, whichever one you like, come into it. Let's finish taking the body forwards. Choose whichever. This is a soft practice today. This is poses that you know will benefit you, that there's a nice relief afterwards. When you come into this pose, whichever version you've taken, what is it that you really enjoy from it? Is it the relief in the lower back? Is it the support around the hips? Is it that you can rest your arms forward and it's a nice bit of a stretch into the upper back of the body? Yes. Yeah, all that. And you can let your head rest forward and enjoy feeling that stretch in the neck. Again, I think this is probably one of the more restorative, nurturing poses you can come into as well. Try and bring yourself forward a bit more. See if you can squash yourself a bit more into this pose and really enjoy a stretch through the back. Deep breaths still. Let's just take sort of 30 more seconds here, okay? So just close the eyes, soften, don't doze off. But just relax. Let your face relax, cheeks, jaw, forehead. Follow your breath, deep belly breaths. I want you to feel the breath in the back of your body and the rib cage moving. Okay, take a breath. Come up. And then lie back on your mats. So as we've done quite a few forward folds, you might feel there is a tenderness in the lower part of the back now. Yeah, you can feel where you've moved and stretched. Rock your pelvis a little if you need to, and wag your tail. Just take a little bit of relief in some gentle movement. And then just rest, relax the buttocks. Try to relax through the muscles in the back. Notice where you're feeling sensation. And then gently draw the knees in. We're going to come onto our tummies for just some gentle back bends. So, crocodile. It's always a gentle one. Elbows are ahead of you. Base rib still feels like it's connected to the mat. Okay. Drop the head down if you want to. But I want you to really relax here. Try and let all of the tension go. What you could do, if you've got your blanket, it's quite nice to roll that under the chest. Give that a try if you want to. Just gives you a little bit of support. It's actually really nice. Give it a go. I would. It really does feel different. Just rolling that blanket just under sort of the lower part of the ribs. It really supports the lower back a little bit more. If you do find that it's a bit tender. So it's sort of in line with the bust and lower part of the ribs. Can you feel a difference? Just adjust it if you can't. Just feels more comfortable. Take it away if it doesn't feel right. Okay, pull it away now and we'll come on to, just come down, make a pillow with your hands, come flat to the mat. Nice deep breaths. What we're doing here is we're counterposing the poses that we've done earlier, the forward folds with some very gentle back bends. Okay, we're going to come up on to Sphinx only if you want to. If you want to stay where you are or just come back to that crocodile, you can do. But I know some of you do like to come up further. So. Just enjoy how it feels through your body. So you might be comfortable here, you might be more comfortable lower. I can see Joan likes to come here. So everyone likes it a little bit differently. Okay, close your eyes just for a moment. Take some deep breaths and really tune into how your body feels. As long as you're not in pain, it's okay to explore how the pose is feeling. Okay, come down. Make a pillow, and as you come down, just feeling that lovely relief. Push the belly into the mat as you breathe in. Really feel the lower back open up. Using your diaphragm. Okay. Come up, push yourself back gently into child's pose. Nice slow movement because we're taking the spine in the opposite direction again. Take a few breaths. And then we can lift our head up. So I'd like you to turn over, come back into your normal lying position. And we'll come into a posture called hammock. You're going to need to make a big loop with your straps. Okay. I think the best way is to take the strap through the hole that's closer to the other strap and then loop it back round. And I think that's quite a nice, safe loop for you. Okay, so if you're not sure, just take it through here and then just over the bar and outwards. All right. Okay, try and make it as long a strap as possible. And then we're going to come into a pose that we've done before. Now, if this doesn't suit you, just rest. But this is hammock, where we have it round the foot, round the back of the head, not the neck, but round the back of the head. The base of the skull bone is where that strap wants to rest. And it will cover the tops of your ears. Start lying down. So not the neck, has everybody got it? Not on the neck. It's the base of the skull bone. You can take your left leg down to the mat if you want to. But this pose in yin is called hammock. But for those of you that don't mind this, if you gently push into the foot, you can feel a nice, gentle pull through the neck. And then the opposite is that if you let your head become really heavy, start to feel a bit of a stretch through the back of your leg. Notice if your tummy is tight and see if you can relax the breath here. This is a nice alternative inversion pose because we're raising the legs. And then when you're ready, just unhook from your head, keep it round your foot, hold on to your strap and just have a little bit of free movement. So let the legs swing out to the side if you want to. Gentle movements. It's interesting how when you take your leg out to the side, you feel a lovely stretch on the inner legs. When you move it across the body, it might not feel as comfortable. You can feel that perhaps stretch around the outer hip, so don't go where it feels strange. But wherever you move your leg, there's a different sensation firing up. Okay, lower your leg down, swap your feet over, just pop your left foot in, and we'll do the same on the other side. So bring your leg up, bend your knee, then pop your head into the cradle. Again, I'm going to remind you, it's not round the neck, it's the base of the head, the skull bone. All right, and then just see how it feels this side. I always feel a lot tighter this side. Just let the head and foot relax into this to start with. Just enjoy the stretch that you're feeling in the leg or around the neck. Relaxed belly. Notice if the belly feels tight. How does it compare this side from your other side? Every now and then you can see if it feels nice to straighten the leg a little. You might find that your leg starts quivering a little bit. Mine does, gets a little shake sometimes. And then if you want to, you can unhook from the head and gently just sort of start to move the leg if you want to. You can stay where you are if that feels nice. Notice where you can straighten your leg. If your leg has to lower quite a lot for it to straighten, as you lift it, you need to bend into the knee. How it feels lovely when you stretch your leg out to the side, the inner thighs. It's just nice to explore your body and how it feels as you move. Okay, and then gently we'll lower our foot down. Just take your foot out of the strap. Have a moment in Shavasana. And just feel what you feel. You can probably feel a lovely lot of tingling in the backs of your legs now. Thighs, inner thighs. Perhaps where the strap's been around your foot, it feels a little bit activated as well. All these different sensations you can feel from a pose and a strap. Okay, bring these in. We're going to come into one last pose before we relax, and we're going to use our cushion, not cushions, the blankets, just to lie over and stretch through the upper back this time. So roll up to seated. Grab your blankets, make them into a little square shape as if it's like a little cushion. And then sitting with this little square blanket behind you, I want you to have a good sort of 4 inches from you to the blanket, and we'll lie back. You might need to adjust it a little bit, but what I want you to do is feel like you're opening up into the upper part of your back. Yeah, it is. Make sure your neck feels okay. We're not very high up. It's probably only about an inch or so away from the mat, but it just has that feeling of opening up in the front of the body, which is often contracted, allowing the back of the body, which is often usually expanded, to just contract and relax. Let your arms rest wherever they feel most comfortable. They can be out to the sides, you can take them overhead. You can come into cactus arms or by your side, whichever feels right. I would say this is amongst my top 5 poses as well. Very simple. You can do this lying on your lounge floor with a cushion that you have on your sofa. And if you've had a hard day where you've been bending over, gardening, lifting things, it just takes your body into the opposite direction. Where there's been a lot of tightness, it can really release. How many of you enjoy this pose? Yeah. I find it very beneficial. Yeah. So if you're at home and you've got a dressing gown cord and a little sofa cushion, you can do a few of the poses that we've done today. It's quite nice. Those of you that like hammock, I would suggest getting an actual yoga strap. And they're not expensive, but it's better to have that than to make do with something at home. Let's just take 5 more breaths here. Let's follow 5 more breaths, just internally. Don't rush them. You can make them nice and long. And then after those 5 breaths, just lift yourself up enough to pull out your blanket, come back down to Shavasana, and notice the difference. How does your spine feel now, those of you that were a little bit troubled earlier?
It's okay.
It's good, okay. If you need to have your knees bent when you lie here, please always do. If those of you that do have a little bit of sciatica at times, if it's better to have your knees bent when you're lying in Shavasana, just change your posture a little. All right, my lovelies, let's just draw the knees in, have a little rock, and then we'll come into relaxation. If you would like to choose a position that you are most comfortable with, if that's lying on your side, if it is resting over the blanket, if it's lying on your tummy, sometimes people like to come to a seated position. Just choose what you'd like for 10 minutes. The idea of relaxation is that you can relax, and if anything is causing some aggravation, then just try and shift to a position. As you lie there, just relaxing from head to toe. We know how this feels, we know how to do this. Just drawing your awareness to each part of your body and letting it soften. And while your mind is still open, I'd like you to come to the thought that the body can heal itself to quite a great extent. When we cut ourselves, we don't think that we're going to die. The body will clot, we get a little scab, it hurts for a little bit, and it heals. There is an innate intelligence within our body to heal. When the surroundings, when the environment is of a situation where it can support healing. So with the idea that the body goes to work with any kind of ailment and that there is the ability to healing, perhaps sometimes it's our minds that can get in the way. I do follow quite a lot of people where they've had miraculous healings. They've changed the state of their being, they've changed the state of their repetitive looping thoughts that could have been there for years, decades. So I'd like you to think about maybe what's troubling you. Look within the body, and how would it look if it were completely and utterly healed? So if a broken bone, we can imagine this in our mind. Can we imagine it, all the fibres knitting back together? The fracture perhaps becoming smooth and strong, the blood flow going through it again. Can we imagine muscles that are inflamed and might, in our mind's eye, be enlarged, very red, angry looking, angry feeling, can we, in our mind, allow them to pink up, become smooth, becomes their normal shape? If there's parts of our body where the nerves are inflamed or being pressed on, can we think of a little bit of space in the body, that they just move apart and take up their own space? Can we think of every cell in our body that makes up, whether it's a muscle cell, skeletal structure cell, blood cell, cells in our eyes, our hair? Can we think of all these cells just becoming healthy? Where there is impingement or a resisted movement, can we imagine how it used to feel when it was healthy, free moving, without pain? And just come into that mental state where the body is completely well. How would that feel if I could click my fingers and everything was well? Can you feel the emotion? I want you to start to feel the emotion connected with the vision of wellness, combining the goal with the heightened emotion. Start to feel the future that you would like. Does your heart get bigger? Does it get excited? Is there a feeling of gratitude or relief? Notice the feeling that accompanies the feeling of complete wellness. And if you can get there, bottle it and try and keep feeling it. We know that cuts and bruises heal. So applying that faith, that feeling of absolutely no doubt to the rest of our body. So just having a little bit of time to visualize. Focus on the bits of the body that feel well, not the bits that hurt. So gently, one last little visualization for you. In your mind, I want you to imagine that you are skipping through a beautiful meadow of wild flowers. Doesn't matter what age you are, skipping. I want you to go into a cartwheel. I want you to have full of breath. And with this image of you, do you have a frown or do you have a big smile on your face? Cartwheels through a lovely sunny meadow. Can you feel the feeling? So very gently, coming back and just feeling into the body now, noticing the bits that feel better. Starting to move fingers and toes. Have a nice stretch. In whatever direction or way you want to move, just stretch, twist, hug knees in. Gently roll to one side and then you can come up in your own time. And we will chant our 3 Oms to close our practice. So resting hands, chin mudra, eyes closed, nice tall spines, lovely deep breath in. How did your Oms sound? They sounded very strong and powerful today. Let's draw our hands together, rub our palms. Warm palms over the eyes, gently blinking into the darkness. Let the light through. And bring hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you.